If you're watching this video, you're most likely contemplating on starting a new channel, or you have recently started your YouTube channel or journey. And I'm sure you've been seeing those small channels that's been growing immensely over the last 3 to 6 months, and you're wondering, what are these guys doing differently that I need to be doing? And I am with you. I watched hundreds and hundreds of YouTube channels, the small creators, over the last few months, and found one thing in common that these guys are doing. I found that they learned before doing. On the contrary, you'll see videos out there saying, just post, don't think too much. And I get it, that's a good advice to a certain extent. But it's not always a healthy advice for someone who's not done any type of research or preparation on starting a YouTube channel. And I definitely won't recommend someone to just pick up their phone, record something, and hope that all goes well. I'm sure that's happened and it succeeded, but you also don't want to be a one-hit wonder where you have one video that went viral and then the next few videos you are not equipped to have that successful YouTube channel for the long term. I also don't think everyone should learn everything before starting. I just advise to learn enough. When I say learn, I mean gather information, study what's being done by successful YouTubers, and learn as you go. And to that point, I want to break down 2 ways that these new YouTubers or small creators that are succeeding have learned or have gathered their information to succeed. The first way is through experience. And you may see that their oldest video was posted maybe 3-4 months ago, but they might have deleted their historical videos that weren't successful. A lot of times you'll see also that they've had videos from the last 5, 4, 3 years, and then they stopped creating, and then they created again recently, and this is when they succeeded. And then the videos they've had in the past have very, very low views. You'll kind of notice that these people may have just succeeded now, but they've been learning over the years, over the previous attempts they did in trying to make it on YouTube. And with those attempts come learnings, right? They've learned what didn't work for them. They've learned what to research on, why this isn't working. And I'm going to go through some examples in a bit. The second one is they learned not by experience, but by research. This is literally their first time going into YouTube, and before they did it, they equipped themselves, they researched, they studied multiple channels on what's successful, especially with the niche or the type of channel that they're looking to do. So they were a little bit smarter and they saved a little bit more time. Instead of going through years of winging it, they did their due diligence and succeeded on their first try. They equipped themselves. And so those are the 2 ways. I kind of fall under both. For context, I started a faceless YouTube channel last April. I really wanted to leverage YouTube's income stream. I think it's such a great platform and opportunity for anyone to just be able to make money on YouTube, but I didn't want to put my face out there like I'm doing now. And there's a bunch of ways for you to leverage YouTube, even if you don't want your face out there. And I wanted to go that route. And one of them is having a faceless YouTube channel. That means you don't show your face. You create videos that just does not have your face on it. It could be videos about sports or science or whatever it may be. And so I created a celebrity niche faceless channel. I've monetized that channel, and I'm at a point where I feel like it's starting to feel like work, and I don't like that. It's almost like I'm a project manager creating and producing these videos, working with freelancers. That kind of took away the freedom of creating YouTube videos. And because now I have to work with people and freelancers, and I kind of feel bad if I didn't feel like producing a video this week, because then they're, expecting like a project for this week, and a lot of other reasons. And so this is why I'm here today, because I really do want to take advantage of this platform. And I realized the only way I can play the long game is if it's something I enjoy. If I'm making videos that I'm passionate about, that is real to me, that I can really enjoy creating. And with all the knowledge I learned through my research, through courses that I took in building that faceless channel, I did not want to put that to waste. I wanted to apply that to my own YouTube channel, personal YouTube channel, which is this one. So this is me applying everything I learned both through experience and through research. Now, to that point, what do I advise? I think YouTube is not luck. YouTube is definitely hard work. YouTube is definitely strategic. There are a lot of people out there who's built their audience, and they have a specific audience who are enjoying the way they're creating their videos, and they have loyal audience that will always watch whatever they post. But before you get to that point, you have to learn how to catch people's attention. And to do that, you have to study how people are doing it, what is effective in this type of platform. And, things like titles and thumbnails and how you start your video, how you end your video, or topics you need to discuss. There's a lot of strategies that you kind of have to understand, at least some basic ones that will at least equip you and prepare you to have potential success on this platform. And I'm not saying you have to learn everything before starting, but at least equip yourself enough to start well, and then you learn as you go. I think the combination of both is really the key to potentially succeeding on this platform. So let me go over some of the channels that I found and why my theory is this is how they kind of learn or got into this point. All right, let's see. Okay, this is Nicole Koki. So I love her channel, and you'll see here she only has 19 long form videos, and she uploads, I guess, every week. Her oldest video was really just a year ago. One of her first videos, or her second video, like immediately went viral. Now, I feel like Nicole definitely falls under those who learned and did their research first before getting into YouTube. She also already has a business of like an email newsletter or coaching business. And so she's very familiar. And so she is someone who I think would do a lot more research first before getting into something. I also noticed a lot of her titles and thumbnails are trendy, meaning there are a lot of other videos with the same or similar or close to her titles and thumbnails, which means she did do her research. So the Side Hustle Mom, I recently just found her, and I watched one of her videos where she actually shared she had another channel that didn't do well, she said, and she like invested a lot of her time on that old channel, and she eventually started this new one. And so she's an example of someone who's learned through experience, and now she's really picking up, and she has like almost 4,000 subscribers, but she's really only picked up very recently. And you'll notice her most popular video was only a month ago with 50,000 views. Her oldest video on this channel was 3 months ago. And she shared the other channel she was talking about was like she had it for, I think, years, if I'm not mistaken. So this is an example of someone who learned by experience and finally succeeded. Jen Navarro, I've recently found her, and this is an interesting one because she actually does like social media content coaching or something like that. If you look at her oldest video, she had a video from 2 years ago. I think she shared in one of her videos that she actually tried YouTube like several years ago and uploaded like consistently, I think, and then it just didn't work out. And then she tried again. So I'm assuming the one that's from 10 months ago was her like before the most recent attempt. And you'll see she still has low views. The 10 months ago is 4.6, so that's not too bad. But the rest are like hundreds only. You'll see 9 months ago, and then the next one is 2 months ago. So this is her most recent attempt. And you'll see even the views are not that good yet. She's learned by experience over the years. She's in the business of, social media and how to grow. One of her videos finally, I think, clicked, like this I'm struggling one, and then how YouTube changed my life. And then she just kept growing. Now she has like 12,000. And it seems that her subscriber count just jumped from 200 to 1,000 in like one day. I think she shared that in one of her videos. So this is an example of someone who learned through experience, which is interesting to me because if she was in the business of social media and growth strategy and all that, I would think she would do more research. But then again, if you're doing something for work, you might think you know, but she could be an expert in other platforms. YouTube is a different animal, I guess. The next one is Alexa Serenoja. So you'll see her videos. The oldest one was 5 years ago. And you kind of see her templates. It's like you can see that she really put in the work, but then it really didn't work out. She was doing this a while because it has like 5 years, 4 years, and then you have 3 years. So it seems like she was maybe uploading one video a month. None of it worked. And then it seems that she stopped 3 years ago and then came back 5 months ago. And then that's kind of when slowly things picked up. Like it's not very high views, but it's not like in their hundreds. And then fast forward to her video, this one really clicked. So 76,000 views, and boom, that's it. Her subscriber count grew, and then now she's getting like 32,000 views, 10,000 views on her videos, 8,000. Things are really picking up for her. So this is an example of someone who learned by experience, but obviously did some research along the way when she realized that, things just weren't working out. This girl I found a few weeks ago, very impressed. Her oldest video is 3 months ago. And you'll see her numbers are really good. You can tell by her thumbnails and her titles that she really did the research and she knows what she's doing. So it doesn't seem like it seems that this is her first time on YouTube. I think she also shared that, but she already knows what she's doing. She's definitely equipped to start a YouTube channel before she even started. So this is an example of someone who did their research first before diving into it. This is so interesting. They retired, they are traveling, and they decided to start YouTube, and then they blew up. And you'll find one of their videos, I think this monetized one, 55,000 views. It's the most popular one. They're talking about how they immediately got monetized. If you look at their thumbnail, their titles, they definitely did some research. And I was watching their video and I was like, these two know how to do things. These are people who are not just going to jump into something without preparing. So this is an example of people who did not learn by experience, but equipped themselves, learned, did the research. There's a million of resources out there that you can really, really hone into to help you get started. Oh my gosh, Silver and Solo. You've probably seen her already. I was amazed. 84,000 subscribers. I tell you, I found her like 2 months ago, and that was probably like half of her subscribers or even less. She would upload 2 videos a week, one about like her travels and her like silver and solo life, and one about like teaching YouTube or something like that. And she's really killing it. She's an example, I think, of someone who did their research first. You'll see her thumbnails and her titles. She really put the effort into it, and she understands that those are important. So I think she definitely did her research. One last one. One last one. This is such a good one. This is such a good one. You guys need to check her out. She has 34,000 subscribers today. I think a few days ago she had like, I don't know, 2,000. I don't know. It was low. But you'll notice all of her videos. Look at that. No thumbnail. Titles are very straightforward. Very interesting. You would think that this is an example of someone who just, grab their phone, upload, and then boom. But I did watch several of her videos. It seems that she's been around on Instagram for a while. You'll also see her oldest video was 4 years ago. So she's kind of been doing this, maybe not as consistently as she has today, but she's definitely learned a thing or two over the years in her experience of uploading videos. This is a true example of someone who's learned through experience. And maybe she did some research here and there now, but if I watch her videos, it's very raw, very genuine. I love them. And I really think the algorithm is loving her authenticity and her consistency. She uploads like 2, 3, 5 videos a day just on her phone in her car talking. I think that's really picking up. I think the audience in YouTube is craving for that authenticity, that straightforwardness, and the no glitz and glamour kind of content and just the realness of things. And she has that. So those are some of the examples of the accounts that really caught my attention. I think we can all learn from that, right? Really equip ourselves first, not to the extent of knowing everything, because you will never know everything, but enough to get you started in a good position, and then learn as you go. If you found this helpful and interesting, please do like and subscribe. Please let me know in the comments what your thoughts are and what other videos you'd like to see. Take care.